about to head to my brother's studio. He owns his own painting business and he's gonna help us pick out some colors for our new house. We move in just over a week, and there's a few things, not a lot, but a couple of rooms that we want to play around with. A couple of the bedrooms, and then the back room, which if you saw my TikTok, it's kind of like a greenish color right now, and we want to paint it white. And then we may experiment with painting the bookshelf that's on the one wall like a dark green, so stay tuned for that.
Is it kind of like a white?
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, that's kind of, this is more like a greeny one. Okay.
So the whitest white is Chantilly lace.
I think over the whole rule though, I think that would be too.
You can see like this is the trim there, and so I just thought, I mean anything white, but I just thought, well, probably just not gloss either. Okay, so we just finished up our color consult, and the colors you went with are for the bookshelf slash fireplace area. We went with Hunter Green, which is like a dark green. And then basically for the rest of the painting, it's just white, and we didn't want like a really bright white, so we went with...
It's not just white, it's simply white.
We went with simply white. And for the finish, we had a few different options there.
We decided on eggshell.
Eggshell finish, so it's not matte, but it's not super glossy, just maybe somewhere in between. There were a few clips that I edited from last week's vlog where I was breathing so heavily and like I was doing an activity that did not involve a lot of exertion, like making my bed or something. I feel like the shortness of breath symptom was very prominent in my first trimester of pregnancy, but I also wasn't exercising very much because I didn't feel great. So I kind of thought that was something to do with the fact that I wasn't really getting a lot of cardio in. But oh my gosh, it's come back. And like I just noticed myself getting tea and I was like huffing and puffing. It's only Monday, but I feel like my creativity is very flowing right now. So I think I'm gonna get started on this week's podcast episode. Usually I leave it till like the absolute last minute, but we're turning over a new leaf, and because we have a lot of house stuff coming up, I want to get ahead as much as I can. And then also in November we're going to be going to England for 2 weeks, kind of to celebrate Christmas with Jamie's family before baby comes and all of that. And so I like to get as far ahead as I possibly can before doing little holidays like that. Usually I try to pre-record everything. We'll see if that happens. I hope so. And I feel like once we're kind of settled in the house, I'll just be able to get a lot of work done. This is the new cardigan that I got from Aritzia. I ordered it in a medium and I ended up returning it last week. That's what I was doing at the beginning of last week's vlog, and exchanging it for a large. It's not really anything to do with pregnancy, it's more just a preference that in this case I prefer a slightly larger fit for a cardigan, and I honestly feel like I could have gone to an XL, but they didn't have any available in this color. So I'm really happy with this though. I've been looking for a cardigan forever. Yesterday, I received a package from Eddie Bauer. I work with them pretty frequently. They sent me a shipment for basically their fall campaign. The cutest thing happened. I'll also show you what actually came in the package in case you're curious. This was one of the sweaters that came. The video that I'm doing is all about fleeces and like warmer stuff, so I needed to get some of their new stock. This fleece is so cozy, so that's one of the things. I also picked up this vest, which is so cozy. I just wore it last night on a walk. And then I have this lighter green fleece. I have a similar one in black, but it's nice to have a few different options for colors. And then I also just got this like fleece vest that's really cute as well, kind of like a forest green color. As I'm opening the package, I'm seeing some patterns in there that I'm like, I didn't order this. What is this item? And so I opened them up and I realized they sent me little baby things. This is a little baby snowsuit, and I just thought it was so adorable, especially since I wasn't expecting to receive these in the package. And then they also send me a few little sleepers. This is one of them. It's got like little Christmas things on it, and then one more. And it was just so cute and so exciting to see all this stuff. I feel like for whatever reason, seeing clothes really makes things a little bit more real. I don't know why. I think because I'm not fully showing yet and I'm in a phase where I feel really good, sometimes I actually like forget that I'm pregnant and that we're going to be having a kid. So this was just kind of like a reminder, and it was just so special. Charlie. Good girl. I'm not sure if this is like strictly an Ontario thing, but I noticed that they had this out at the grocery store in kind of like the fall food section. It's basically like, let me see, apple puree, applesauce, bicarbonate of soda, cinnamon, and that's it. And it's so good with toast. I introduced it to Jamie for his first time as well. And I like to add actual butter to it too, and I'm gonna have it on a piece of sourdough. Today is my 28th birthday. We've just had a really chill, relaxing day, or at least I have. Jamie actually did the sweetest thing for me yesterday. I've never really had like a birthday surprise. Basically, he didn't give me any information other than like just dress comfortably, like nothing super fancy. He had rented out this little local theater, and like it was just us, me, my mom, my sister and brother, Jamie, obviously, and then a couple of my cousins. You got to choose the movie, and he knows that Lord of the Rings is like one of my favorite movies of all time. So we watched the Lord of the Rings, and it was just us in this little theater. It was so sweet, and I had such a good time. It was like the perfect birthday surprise. I made myself a little iced Americano with cream because we didn't have any milk, and I added some cinnamon and this like vanilla stevia that I really like. It's delicious. We left our old espresso machine in Vancouver, so Jamie picked up a new one yesterday and he's really excited about that. Me and my sister went to the library this week, and I already finished one of the books. It's called Elsewhere. I usually just like pick up books without knowing much about them, but I did read the description. It sounded really interesting. Honestly, I don't have a book that I can compare it to, but it was so interesting and so good. Kind of like a little bit dark, a little bit culty, a little bit dystopian. And yeah, it's also really short. I was kind of in a reading slump, so sometimes when I'm in a reading slump, I need something really short just to kind of power through. I read this in like 2 days. It was so good. This was one that caught my eye. Again, don't really know anything about it, and I haven't started it or anything, but I've also seen this online a few times, so I picked up that one. This is another one that I picked up. Again, no context for what it's about or anything, but the cover looked cool. And then this one was in the dark academia section, which I always love a dark academia read, especially during the fall, and my sister had read it and said it was pretty good, so I do think that I'm gonna end the vlog here. It's currently Monday, so I'll probably start a new one in the next couple of days. We're moving in 2 days, so I'll be sure to document all of that. And if you've made it to this point in the video, I just wanted to say thank you so much for your support and for watching. I've really been enjoying being back here on YouTube. It just feels really good. And let me know if there's any specific videos you'd like to see, anything about the move, anything about the pregnancy that you're curious about, anything at all. I'd love to create some videos that you'd like to see. So thanks for sticking around and for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.